Viva Lazito. Today's poll is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a big conversation because Albert Breer came out with some information here. What is the poll for today, Zeke?
Yep, today is where will Sam Darnold play next year? Last place, we got Panthers at 8%. Then we got Steelers, 10%. Broncos, 15%. Football team, 19%. And he's staying home at 47%.
Wow.
Jets.
Okay, so 9,500 votes there. Jets are at 47%. I don't think that's right.
Neither do I.
No way.
Unless, I just don't think that's right because you're setting up, I think Darnold he has to be moved. Now, Kyle Shanahan has come out. This is all fascinating with all these trades and everything because with the Niners trading with the Dolphins up to 3, you immediately go, okay, so they must be happy with Tua. They're not trying to stay in a place where they think where everybody's talking about where franchise guaranteed changing quarterbacks will be, which, by the way, we have an entire graphic on first-round quarterbacks that have been drafted, by the way, that are supposed to be the franchise going forward, and they aren't at all, by the way. So, I mean, the stats say you're not going to be able to find it, but with the Dolphins trading down and then trading back up to 6, you would think that they're not going to draft a quarterback. But with the Niners trading with the Dolphins, you would think that at some point the Niners would have asked the team that was ahead of the Dolphins, the Jets, and say, hey, would you like to trade? And if the Jets said no to that, no, we don't, that means the Jets want to stay at 2 unless the offer wasn't enticing enough for them to trade out of there. But you would think the Jets would want to stay at 2. Who would you stay at 2 instead of getting potentially 4 picks, 5 picks or whatever and move down a couple? You would do that because you're getting a quarterback. Now, with Sam Darnold, who's very young and has had, I mean, no success in the NFL.
No.
Okay, there has been they've won games. He's had a couple highlights, but he has had 0 success in the NFL. And it's like, is this his fault completely that he's had no success? I don't think so. I mean, a lot of people that I have a lot of respect for, Darius Butler and others that watch a lot of film and break down people, they say he is careless with the ball. Like, not only is Adam Gase probably not necessarily setting him up for success both on the field and off the field, we've learned about him with other players that he's potentially coached in the past, but Sam Darnold is also a guy who's been reckless with the ball, careless with the ball, but is he doing that because he knows the team stink and they don't have, there's always those full conversations. So I think for Sam Darnold and the Jets, he has to have just like a clean, fresh start.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this didn't work. Was it me? Maybe. Was it you? Probably. But it didn't work. We're both starting anew. I think the Jets know that. I'd assume Sam Darnold knows that. And the fact that they think he's going to play for the Jets, very fascinating, because if you make Sam Darnold be a mentor now, how will it not be a little jaded sounding whenever Sam Darnold's saying like, hey, everything they're doing right now is awesome. Like, you need to enjoy this because what I just had, we were fucking miserable. Like, I just don't see how the human aspect of this thing works with Sam Darnold if he sticks around. But maybe the Jets will still trade out. Maybe Joe Douglas is going to Zach Wilson's pro day and Justin Fields' pro day, and that's Rich Simony is reporting that must mean that Joe Douglas is interested in Justin Fields. What if Joe Douglas goes, nah, neither of these guys are better than Darnold. We will accept trades after this. So, I mean, there's so many outcomes at this point, but if I'm Sam Darnold and they're going to get a quarterback, I would like a fresh start as well because you could see how he could potentially be a bit, like, hey, this is fucking bullshit. Hey, you're getting a great opportunity here. I'm not getting one. It's very fascinating.
What I don't understand is a lot of the guys we've talked to, they've said, like, when you watch the tape of Zach Wilson, that, like, it's very abundant. Like, oh, okay, he's a guy. He can play. He's going to be good. And if they've had this much time to prepare, like, Darnold used to be, they were talking about him being a late first-round pick, and now his value as, like, I read an article that said GMs, are hesitant to even do, like, a late second-round pick. So if they are going to, like, why wouldn't have they done this that long ago when they could have maximized his trade value?
Yeah, because Joe Douglas would have known that there's potentially a quarterback coming here in the next couple months.
Because the longer they wait.
Yeah. They've had the number 2 overall pick since what, week 16, week 15?
Yeah, something like that.
Week 14 or something. They've had the second overall pick.
They beat the Rams.
Yeah, basically since then.
Right.
So it's why wouldn't you think about it then? Like, okay, we got to move on from Darnold because it was it was a bull of a market there for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of action being made.